Hi there. Welcome to another Charm Cochran. Kiss of Beth. Now, I even asked Charm which one I should play next, and Charm totally said this one. So, that's what we're doing. Story contains adult language, mentions of violence, and brief references to addiction. You have been warned. We're jumping in. You just delivered the Tupperware Beth requested to her room. You decided not to ask what it was for. Better not to know. As you climb down the stairs, you hear a knock at the door. 3 quick, polite raps. Game time. Oh my goodness. Oh no, we have imagery. Hang on, I gotta. Hang on. Oh, that's great. Charm, that's great. You swing open the door and there stands Cordero. He's dressed appropriately, casual but put together. His hair about as tamed as it ever was. Oh, sorry, is. He's surprised. It's you who answered the door. But that's not unusual. Never caused any problems before. Hey, he says, covering his surprise well. Is Beth around? There are a couple of different ways you could play this. Ooh. She's just getting ready. Why don't you come in? Oh, sure, thanks. He says he squeezes past you into the house. He's wearing cologne. Do you greet all of your roommates' dates at the door? Ooh. Only the ones she wants to make an impression on. Let's be nice. Let's be real nice here. This catches him off guard. He fidgets and blushes. Did she really? Me? You smile. If you practice this in the mirror. Oh, sorry, you've practiced this in the mirror. And he takes the meaning. He runs a hand through his hair and it bounces right back. He's a sweet guy, you'll give him that. But your resolve doesn't waver. Can I get you anything? Oh, yeah, I'd like some water if you wouldn't mind. You nod and head to the kitchen. You lean on the sink and take a breath from retrieving a glass. It occurs to you that you want to double check, make sure you actually want to go through with this. Ever since you decided you haven't really been paying attention to the things he's been saying, you remember a couple of general topics, but not the specifics. Actually want to go through with this? That's interesting. So there's already suspicion just based on that statement alone, because he's supposed to be here to see Beth. Obviously, they're going to go on a date or whatever. But then we're talking about I think you and Beth are up to something. This is suspicious. This might be a victim. Let's see. Maybe you ought to reconstruct your impression of him. You think as you bring him his water. You got a decision to make. And in order to do so, you need to make sure you have a good picture of who Cordero is as a person. You decide it's best to be reminded of a few things about him. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess we'll start with the pleasantries. How's your family doing? They're good, all things considered. Keep it on, you know? You do know. Are we stalking him? How's your mom? He hesitates. Can I be real? You nod. It's been pretty rough lately. Her memory hasn't been great ever since, I thought it was just part of the normal processing, but it's been getting worse. She sometimes forgets where she is, who she's with. We think it might be early onset Alzheimer's. You let out a breath. That's really heavy. We're working on a diagnosis, but once we know, I'm just not sure what we're gonna do. Sorry, dude. How's your dad? That's not funny, dude. You remember too late that his dad died in Afghanistan. That this is the tragedy that first shocked his mom into memory problems. Shit! Sorry, dude. How's your sister? Bonnie's good, actually. She's in the middle of her senior year of high school. She did really well in the SATs, so we're real hopeful about college. Does she know what she's going to study? She wants to be a vet. The only thing is we're trying to figure out how we'll pay for it. If she gets a full ride, great. But if not, it might be hard to make it happen. She's actually a little mad at me because she thinks I used up all the college money before she even got the chance to go. He chuckles a bit sadly. Sorry, dude. Drop it. You got a decision to make. All right. Did I see that you got a dog? Oh, yeah. He immediately opens his camera app. Aw. Her name's Apricot. She's a rescue. Aww. Cute. Shows you a photo of an admittedly adorable chocolate lab mix. She loves the camera. Couldn't bear to keep her off Instagram. Of course. That's where all pets belong. Aww. Let's not bring up the back legs. Right? He zooms a picture in a little so the dog fills the entire screen. She's got the cutest little cheeks. He says, his voice slipping into the squeaky baby talk used when fawning over dogs. Sweetest, softest eyes. The two of you fawn over Apricot as Cordera scrolls through a few more photos. What a good girl! Okay. Did you have an interview recently? Oh, yeah, I've actually had 2 recently. I don't remember what I've told you. Are you talking about school or the job? Tell me about the job. So there are a lot of social work things that you can do without a graduate degree, but one of the things that you can do is run a support group. Is that what you're doing? Well, that's what I interviewed for. You know, I got my 3-year chip recently. Congratulations! Yeah, it was a really proud moment for me. So I think with my undergrad training, I might be a good fit for running the group until I get my master's, but I'm still waiting on the call back. Well, at least he doesn't have the job yet. I think we're here to kill this boy. Tell me about school. Okay, so you know I've been working up to grad school ever since we graduated. I applied to my dream school, remember that? Oh, God. I'm not even going to try. Which school was that again? Columbia, he supplies, in New York. Right, you say. Glad you hadn't risked a guess. Go on. Well, you can tell he said this before, but that he's excited to say it again. It was always a long shot. You know me, my grades weren't exactly stellar in undergrad, but I put my application in anyway, and just 2 weeks ago I got an entry interview. Wow, congratulations. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah. It's not quite a sure thing, but less than 10% of applicants even got the interview. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Very cool, you say. You actually mean it. Yeah, it's like this gut feeling. Like, masters in social work, here I come, he chuckles. Good for him. Oh boy. What are you and Beth planning on doing? Okay, so get this. First, we're going to go to dinner. I managed to get reservations to that new French place downtown. Then we're going to the movies. We're seeing FF10. Then, a walk through the park. The new French place? That's so bougie. Nah, he says. Is it? I mean, you say, it's French? They're trashy French people. Do they typically open restaurants? I guess you got me there, he says, laughing. You grin. Indeed you do. Oh, no. You think you've heard enough? Oh, no, Cordero. Just then your phone buzzes. Beth is ready. Now that your knowledge of Cordero is back in one piece, it's time to make your decision. Got awful quiet. I don't like that. Well, he's here to see Beth, and although I feel like he's going to be killed, we have to see it through. So send him to Beth. You've come this far. No sense in backing out now. All right, dude, you say, standing. She's ready. Head on upstairs and meet her. Cordero suddenly looks nervous. She's not going to come down? Nope. Her room's the second door on the left. Oh, I don't know if I want to go to her room. Relax, dude, you say. It's not that. She does this with everyone. Just to get you off your balance. Part of her fun. Okay, he chuckles. Still apprehensive. Does she do this kind of thing a lot? You better brace yourself, you say. She's going to eat you alive. Oh God, like cannibalistic serious. Just gonna turn that down a little bit there. Yeah, there we go. You might be laying it on a bit thick, but it won't matter anyway. All right, Cordero says, still nervous, but now excited as well. You start to put on your headphones as he heads up the stairs until you remember something. Hey, Cordero. He turns. Yeah? Nice choice in cologne. Where'd you get it? Oh, thanks. It's from a magazine. Ah, oh well. Go get him, Tiger. He heads upstairs. You put on your headphones and turn the music up as loud as it will go. Even so, it doesn't quite drown out the screams. You don't move for a long while. An eternity later, Beth comes down the stairs. Her arms are laden with the Tupperware you brought her, each container containing lumps of pink, red, and brown, floating or sitting in bright red liquid. Beth does enjoy her leftovers. She doesn't acknowledge you, still sitting on the couch, as she carries what remains of Cordero to the kitchen to be stored in the fridge and freezer. You do not move. Eventually, she returns and flops next to you on the couch, flinging an arm over your shoulder. Her appearance hasn't started to flicker yet. At least, there's that. How was he? Well, someone's curious. She speaks with the accent of a dead language and an eternal condensation. She leans it close to whisper in your ear. He was delicious. I wonder if she's a vampire. You shudder and regret, ask, well, no, she must be just pure cannibal, right? To keep leftovers like that? You shudder and regret asking. Are we done here? You very much would like to leave. Her eyes flash red briefly. Not quite. I've got a question for you first. Why him? You know, it's a fair question, but not one you've been particularly keen to examine. I guess he was gullible. Ah, how strategic. She doesn't try to hide her boredom with your answer. Thanks. She swings herself over you until she's sitting in your lap, staring directly into your eyes. Her voice is deathly quiet, and her breath tickles your cheek. He deserved to live more than you do, she says. You know that, right? The question has its intended effect. She smiles, with malice. Well, she says, standing abruptly, you bought yourself another year. Use it wisely. Then she leaves. You wish you could sink into the ground. Whoo! This game has two endings. We got the bad one. Well, you know what that means, boys and girls. You know what that means. I'm going to read the other one real quick. Let's go. Begin. We know what we're doing. Game time. Let's go. You're early. Oh shit, really? He checks his watch. No, this says I'm on time. He shows it to you. Nah, your watch is early, dude. You chuckle a bit. He pulls out his phone and checks it. No, it's not. See? Well, she's not running yet anyway. You can wait inside, though. Oh, sure, thanks. Do you agree all your roommates stays at the door? Only the sketchy ones. We're going to be a bit cheeky, but we're going to get him out of here. He laughs. Fuck you, dude. I'm not sketchy. He pauses. Am I? You smile. Good, good, good. Gosh, you're making me feel nervous now. He's a sweet guy. Give him that. Get on my phone. It looks like he wants to keep talking, but he pulls his phone out, too. You allow yourself a small, subtle sigh. It occurs to you, though, to double check. Blah, 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 blah. Look up from your phone. We're going to go through simple stuff. Oh, but let's go. Let's make fun of FF10. That's funny. The first 9 weren't bad enough to scare you off. Well, they had a bit of dip in quality in 2 through 4, but the rest are honestly pretty good. Aren't they kind of, you search for the word, trashy? It is the wrong word from his reaction. No, they're fun. He looks wounded. Whatever. Let's see. See, you got a dog. Let's go through dog pictures again. Chocolate lab mix. Yeah, corgi. He looks a bit confused. What's that tone for? You shrug. I don't know, man. You're sort of the lab mix type. Think I am. He's had this conversation before. They're friendly, playful, protective. That's all me. Don't you think it's a bit self-aggrandizing? Oh, my mouth. A bit self-aggrandizing. I can't say it. Aggrandizing. Oh, I struggle with that. I don't know, man. I'm just going on what people have told me. Oh, damn. He's so sympathetic. Asshole. Sorry, man. How's your family doing? How's your sister? We just asked the one. Sorry, dude. Drop it. I think I've heard enough. Okay. Send him away! Enough. You just can't bring yourself to let this happen to him. Oh, shit, you say, looking at your phone. What? Beth just texted me. Family emergency. She's not going to be able to go on the date. He stands. Is everything all right? She didn't give me a lot of detail. Is there anything I could do? His forehead is scrunched up with worry. I think it's best if you go. Okay. He's clearly disappointed, but what is there to do? He stands up. Sorry, man, you say, although you have nothing to apologize for. He should be thanking you. No, he waves his hand. These things happen. We can always reschedule. Of course, you say as you walk him to the door. He leaves and you stand still for a long time. Eventually, you go sit back on the couch. Ooh. Beth comes down the stairs. You don't turn to look at her, but you know she's standing directly behind you. Where is he? She speaks with the accent of a dead language. Sent him away, you say, hating the way your voice shakes. Interesting, she says. You feel the ghost of a touch on the back of your neck. Why? He didn't deserve it. Oh, and all the people who came before him did? Please. She scoffs and her hands snake down and grip your shoulders. You can feel her claws dig into your skin. He was a good person. There are lots of good people. Was it really about him? No. No, she says. No, it was about you. He's just one of so many lives you've given up. Just to give up now? It's pathetic. I suppose there are just some things you can't live with. You don't say anything. She leans down and her breath sends goosebumps down your spine. Now, you'd better suffer for me. Their claws tear into your neck, and you scream into eternity. This game has 2 endings. We got a bad one. Oh, but well, I suppose they're both bad, really, when you really kind of like break it down. Whether we save the guy or whether we let him get murdered by Beth, they're both bad. It's not like we could really kill her, right? It's not really any options I could see that would have maybe saved the situation. But really exciting nonetheless. It's another great one from Charm. It's just an insane story. Honestly, this one is short, but not in a bad way. It's because it still has quite a gut punch. You know what I mean? Just with like how horrific the experience and the imagination really can run with this. I'm so glad I caught on so early that I was like, this is suspicious. And just that one little line kind of told me, I was like, this dude's gonna die. It gave away so much information. It was perfect because it's so easily missed. Great stuff. Really good. Looking forward to the next one, Charm. I sure hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll see you for the next one. Take care out there.